What's going on, everyone? Today I'm here with Dr. Christopher Metzler. Now, I met this good brother at Politicon a few days ago. He was on the panel that we had at the Urban Game Changers table. It was Donald Trump and white supremacy. You know, Doc came there dressing all sharp, and I noticed that. He was dressed to kill that day. So I'm glad Doc is back on the show. And Dr. Metzler, first time actually on the show. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So, Dr. Metzler, for people that don't know much about you, can you tell people just a little about yourself?
Well, I'm a political analyst, political strategist. Also, I am in the medical arena, owning a number of medical businesses. And one of the major projects and products that we have right now is a skincare line. So we look at the natural skincare line for men and for women. And, it really is a nutmeg based program. And so what happens is it's natural. So there's none of that, all of the artificial ingredients to harm your skin.
So, on this skincare line you have, do you have like scrubs or is it like soaps? I mean, explain to people like what you have there.
Okay, so scrubs, body wash, toner, exfoliator, any of those things. And for men, we've got, for example, shaving cream. We have toners, refreshers, all of those kinds of things. But body splash, very, very, very important.
So, you're originally from what we talked before. You're from Grenada, correct?
Yes, I am from Grenada. And so the product, the base of the product is nutmeg. And so that is grown on the island of Grenada in great abundance. And so we use that as the base.
So, when did you actually come to America?
Oh, goodness, I must have been a child at the time that I came. So I've been here for quite a while. It's been a very long time, brother.
All right, so you're a black man in America. You seem that definitely you got your act together from what I saw. You got your doctorate, you got a skincare line, you're doing political commentary. What could you advice you could offer to the young brothers out there that maybe just trying to figure out their way? They're noticing a lot of people writing me about different things in their lives. Sometimes they may not have a job, but you're an entrepreneur. What advice you can give them?
Well, the first thing is that you have to really set your goals. What do you want to do on a day to day basis? And you really have to work towards that. You never let anything keep you down. There's always been discussions about racism and how racism affects you and all of those kinds of things. But the question really is around setting your goals. Never be deterred by the setbacks. You're going to have setbacks in everything that you need to do. And as far as life is concerned, if you are working in an organization, that presents a problem long term because you have to be able to determine when you're going to stay, when you're going to leave. And the most important thing is stay educated. It doesn't matter if you have a degree or not, you do need to have education. There's a difference between the two. And of course, you have to have a skill. It's important to have a skill. Not everyone should get a college degree because a lot of times you get bored. And so it's not really about that. It's really about having the skill and the maturity.
Yeah, a lot of people starting to, kind of open their eyes to that maybe I just don't have to go to college. So what skills you think people need to go through, like say a young brother that just say maybe college isn't for him, but you could say, hey, go toward this route, this will work good for you.
Yeah, well, there are a number of things. For example, if we're looking at you look at the internet revolution, that's one of the areas. Really understanding how social media works. That's one area. And I know a lot of people have a very differing view of this, but I think looking at the area of the cannabis industry, that industry at in the not too distant future will actually be legalized. And so you want to get the skills to be able to learn a business That's very, very, very important. So math is important. I mean, it's one of those things where you have to understand the numbers if you expect it to work for you.
Now, in the area of business, and you created a skincare line, and that's a total different, side of business in itself. Definitely with the marketing, the way you
Yeah,
put the packaging together,
yeah,
who's going to, show it. I mean, it's a lot of things that go into that. Now,
right.
as someone like maybe like what you're doing right now, there's a lot of people, selling, different products. Um, what confidence do you have in the future of a lot of young people pushing those same kind of products?
Oh, a lot of confidence because there's so many areas in. So you take a skincare line. There is, of course, the medical aspect of that, being able to make it, but then there's the marketing aspect. You can have the best product in the world and nobody knows about it or nobody will buy it if you can't market it. And if you look at social media, this old-fashioned way of brochures and all that doesn't work. E-brochures, and nobody wants that. I mean, they're pretty much looking to your major areas. For a skincare line, for example, Instagram would be a phenomenal success if someone really understood how to post, how to get followers, how to have them post to their followers. That sells the product. So sales is extremely important, but it's not the door-to-door sales where what you've got to do is you're going day to day, you're going door to door. You're not selling Encyclopedia Britannica. You're pretty much really looking at the whole idea of how do you market via the web.
Right. I mean, because Instagram is really has changed the game. I mean,
It
big
has.
time. And I remember at one point in time, people used to buy magazines to look
Hmm.
at clothes and whatever. Now it's all Instagram. It's like they kind of put that out of business. So
Pretty much.
with your political commentary, especially when you see all of the recent things that's going on, that you keep talking about the people that's coming, the caravan of people coming. What is your, position on that? Because I had some black people ask me, like, well, the people coming, and how would that affect us? And what's your take on that on the political commentary?
Well, from the political side, I always say that, I'm an immigrant myself, and most of the people in the United States have some immigration routes. There are very few people who have no connection to countries outside of the United States. That's the whole way the United States was formed. However, there are rules and regulations, like in everything else that you do. So, from my perspective, if you're going to come or when you come, you have to do it through the legal route. You really have to do it. Now, and let's clear up some of the misinformation here relative to the amount of people who come to this country and are not sent back. First of all, we have what's known as the catch and carry law. I'm sorry, catch and release law in the United States. What that essentially means is, and this only applies to Mexico, what this essentially means is if you come to the United States, you seek asylum, you go to an asylum hearing, and it involves family separation. Here's what can happen. This is the current state of the law. Here's what can happen. What can happen is there is a court date, you have a court date set, and then you can be released after that court date. So even if you don't get immigration status, you still can be released. I think, and that's if you look at the immigration laws, policies, and regulations that we have in this country, they are broken. And so instead of Congress fighting about this, that, and the other, don't just tell me comprehensive immigration reform. They actually have to reform the entire immigration system.
They need to reform the entire country, in my opinion. I mean, start over from scratch because
Yes.
obviously this thing is isn't working anymore.
Yeah.
It's just everybody's at each other's throats. I don't know if you saw on the news today. everybody getting packages and pipe bombs
Yeah.
sent to them today. I mean, from Obama to Hillary to CNN. I think somebody sent one to the White House. I mean,
Yes.
this country lost its mind, Doc. I don't know. It just, I always tell black people have a contingency plan because you just never know what's going on with these people.
Precisely.
But Doc, tell people how they can get a hold to your skincare line and also to your personal website.
So for the skincare line, you can look us up. We've got the men's and women's line. The women's line is Myristica, MYRISTCA.com, and Manish W, MANNISHW.com. For my political commentary, information on my new book coming out, you can follow me on all of my social media, which is at Dr. Chris Metzler. So it's Instagram, Facebook, all of it, Twitter, it's all there.
Okay, so we'll make sure to put the information about the skincare line and the other one. You said, is it
W.
manishw.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay, manishw.com, and also the social media posts. Like I say, go check out Doc. Like I say, he's a good brother. And like I said, I met him at Politicon, and I'm gonna have to check out your skincare line too, brother, because skincare is very important. Even us melanated people need to take care of our skin.
Yeah, we'll get some for you to check it out.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, check out the links that'll be in the pinned comment and contact Dr. Metzler if you have any questions that we didn't pose to him today. So, thank you, Doc.
Thank you. Appreciate it.